So I thought I'd come back to the Royal Engineers Museum. Went here with my son a week or so ago. Really loved it. So I couldn't sort of film anything. I was just with him. I wanted to just walk around really and not film it and just relax, but I thought I'd do a video on it. It's really good museum. And your ticket lasts for a whole year, so you can keep coming back like I've done and not have to pay more. And it goes through the history. A lot of it is ordnance, bridge building. There's a lot of stuff that's amazingly interesting as well, and I'll show you them in a minute. It's not the best day, it's raining obviously, as you can see, so it's good to just to get out of the house and do something. Lots of boys' toys to enjoy. Everything's got descriptions there so you can have a good read. You can see a lot of the history of the vehicles, where they were used, what battles. It tells you when it was in service, how it looked when it was in use. You can see that helped a tank get up that sort of small cliff. And that's how it looks when it's driving around. It's really good. I love this place. There's a Centurion tank. Really cool little kids play area there. I'll just breeze through this last bit and then get inside. It's really cool stuff. I like it a lot. You can do a quick breeze through like I done with my son a couple of weeks ago. We weren't that long really, about an hour and a half, or you could easily spend 3 or 4 hours here if you went through reading all the descriptions. Highly recommended coming here. It's like a mine there. Okay, let's take a look. And something a good tour should always do is concentrate on the facilities. So you got a Dyson Airblade, stand up. This is for men, obviously. They're very clean toilets, which is always a bonus. So it starts here with a little viewing area. You can watch a short film. You can skip this part, but I like to watch it. Then you got a map, and then you go through there and it starts. So this is the first part, which is the early forts, fortifications, Anglo-Saxon, Roman. Really good little models and authentic artifacts from the times. Really good little models, really good detail. With a map detailing all the forts. and then it would light them up for you. You'll see their areas lit up there. And then we go into this room here, which is Gibraltar. Again, really good maps. Sorry, models and maps. Here's the model of the King's Bastion. Let it focus. No. There we go, finally. I really like these keys because they were used for the magazines at Gibraltar, and they're huge. You put my hand here. Now that is a key. So this is where I've come to film the Brennan torpedo. This is on my Cliff Fort video, well, the launch ramp is, or rails. And there it is, there's a Brennan torpedo. You can find that at Cliff. And below it there is the prototype. And there you can see Cliff Fort in the background, and that's how it would have looked. The rails are still there, not those ones on the hill, but the ones here are. It's well worth a look. It's a shame it's not preserved. So here's a cool story. This is a dog called Snob because he was found next to a Russian officer at the Battle of Alma. Originally he was called Alma, but he was called Snob because at the he preferred the officers' mess at Chatham to the guard room, so they called him Snob. And next to him is a medal that they awarded to him. I like that story. And these are called crow's feet, which they use to stop the horses. They use these as defences, and they done quite a lot of damage, as you can see. But there's the story of Snob and the crow's feet, which I think is a really good little attraction here to read. Didn't notice that the first time, so yeah, it's really good. It's quite good. Exhibition about China and Chinese Gordon. This Major Charles Gordon was stationed with the British force in Shanghai, recruited to lead an Imperial Chinese army against the Taiping Rebellion. And when he went into battle, he had a stick, and he always seemed to do well with his stick. And there's some artefacts here. That banner was awarded to Gordon. There's various swords and things here. That's a compass that he used. Telescope. There's some lovely belts. It's beautiful sort of jade necklaces, and there's the famous stick. And it's really interesting to read some of the history behind this. All of the artefacts are numbered, so you can read the description. But for kids as well, you can even try on some little things here and have some fun. Lots of photo opportunities. And then there's more stories here, more jade. Some quite remarkable stuff. A lot of things here from Buddhism. We did tend to take souvenirs with us, unfortunately, but yeah, they're here for you to see. Another good part of this place to visit. Lots of weapons from down the ages. It's like Russell Crowe. This part here is how they used to make maps. Get the lay of the land. A triple ram reciprocating sewage pump. Wouldn't want to say that after a few beers. I remember this. This is a model based on a living accommodation that was used by a brigadier during the Boer War. More opportunities to try stuff on. My son tried that on, it's really funny. I've got a nice picture. And as we go through, it gets more and more modern. I'm just doing a little breeze through for you guys, and I'm going to stop it and go back and do my geeky little reading thing because I'm enjoying it so much. Different types of grenades here, which are pretty cool to read about. And these are various letters and postcards to home, which would have been sent from soldiers. I believe that was handmade, embroidered Christmas card sent by a sapper. Incredible detail. Letters and so much interesting things to look at. So I've just found a World War I section. It starts with this sort of chemical warfare part. Then we have like communications here. And then this World War I dugout, which would have been about 20 feet down, built to the original kind of spec, which is really consistent. And there's sort of the bunk beds there. And you even got to have a couple of shelves. Didn't see this bit when I went with my son. Different types of outfits, medals, embroidery, things that soldiers done when they were just bored out of their minds. And underground, different tools, different weapons. You won't want to get on the business end of that. Corpse badges. A Sapper's home. Got some celebrities in this place, it's really funny. Who agrees that that is just an elderly version of Brad Pitt right there? It's so cool. As we head into World War II, as you can see. This is the flying jacket of one of the crew of Halifax W7801 who were all killed when a plane crashed near Heliland. The jacket is believed to be that of Flight Lieutenant A.R. Parkinson. Heliland, Hellland. Different artefacts there. Swastika. Metal detection, early inventions, early mines. And get into the machinery now. The engineering side is really coming along. So I recommend this room to anyone while it's here. It doesn't look much, but believe me it is, because all these medals have the backstory to them and what they did to achieve the medals. I spent a bit of time here reading the last time, and some of the stories are just remarkable, donated by the families. So again, if you do get time and have the time, make time, because you can see what some of our soldiers done for us. It's well worth looking at this part here. You've got some interactive stuff as well, which is really good. Touchscreen stuff. Again, stories, diaries, backstories again. Really, really good. So now I'm in the early stages of bomb disposal, and the officer here, he's immunised the bomb's fuses using the Stevens stopper on the ground beside him. The stopper was used to introduce a sugar solution into the fuse. Oh, I love this model. So here's the last part. Here's the Harrier Jump Jet. There's only a few people here. I feel like I've had it to myself. It's really good. Here's a lovely AK-47. It's one of the highlights. This is given as a souvenir to Lieutenant Colonel Cormack upon his leaving the Bricksmiths. The unit acted as a liaison between British and Soviet forces. Not a bad little present, is it? Here's the Harrier. I hope this has given you a good little guide, but obviously spend more time than I did. I've stopped in between to enjoy reading various bits. So here, captured at the end of World War II, is a German V2 rocket. It's the first ballistic missile. So big you can't even get it in the frame. Thought I'd get my favourite exhibition or item here. In the end there's blow darts here. Sakai poisoned blowpipe darts in a bamboo quiver. Sakai tribesmen who lived in the Malayan jungle were frequently used as trackers against the communist terrorists during the Malayan emergency. They also assisted in the building of the jungle airstrips. And then finally upstairs there's a nice café there. Another interactive part there, I believe. I'll have a look in a minute. And now we look like we're into an Afghanistan section. Another AK. Videos, you can sit down and have a little look, just chill out. Mr. Saddam. Again, you can try on more clothes and stuff for the kids, so it's really good. Various outfits. And there you go. This is the Royal Engineers Museum, Gillingham.